Hi star friends, this is Anastasia with an astrology update for you. So, okay, April, May, and June of 2024 are some of the craziest astrology combinations I personally have ever seen. And now I was freaking out when Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn were at 0 degrees Pluto, 0 degrees Capricorn rather, in March of 2020. But when I see this, I'm just like, okay. So in May, we've got Jupiter and Uranus moving into Taurus. We've got the South Node in Virgo, and we also have Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn is a 20-year cycle of breaking down all of the physical, breaking down the earth, breaking down the financial structures, breaking down government structures, breaking down everything that has been put into place over the last 250 years. Now, with the South Node in Virgo, looking at all of the physical earth material, looking at all of the analysis, looking at all of the data, looking at everything that we think that we know, that's what we're kind of breaking down and leaving behind. The South Node is what we've already mastered, what we already have concentrated on, what we've already understood and established. The North Node in Pisces is asking us to let go of everything that we think that we know. And then Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. Uranus takes everything, throws in a huge wild card, turns the whole world upside down. And in Taurus, it's going to turn over the physical foundation, it's going to turn over the financial foundation. And Jupiter in Taurus is trying to really make us concentrate on what it is that we are physically manifesting from our creative center. And so when we have one major point in each one of these Earth constellations, we have a grand Earth trine. We have a grand Earth trine for the entirety of May of 2024 to May of 2025. Now, in this grand Earth trine, because Pluto in Capricorn is involved and because the South Node is in Virgo, we're trying to let go, break down, get rid of all earthly consciousness, get rid of all earthly things. What that leads is for a tremendous amount of earthquakes. Yesterday alone, there were earthquakes in New York, in Taiwan, in Japan, in California, and this is just the beginning. Literally, the earth, the actual physical entity that we are on, is transforming. It is no longer tolerating the infestation of negative entities which have taken over the production and the kind of the purging of all of the natural resources. So we've got our consciousness, which is here to assist the planet to move into a higher state of being. In our greatest expression and the highest version of ourselves, we are in fact loving, creative, fun, exciting creatures that are looking to make beautiful experiences and just have a really wonderful time with our friends and family. That is the essence of what we are. Now, we also have other entities here which are looking to enslave that essence, which are looking to keep that essence from expanding and finding its ultimate potential. And so those entities or that consciousness or that vibration has kind of become a plague upon the planet. It has affected our reality, it has affected the evolution of the planet itself. And so those entities we are kind of, or that consciousness we're working against. And so as the planet begins to resist the infestation of negative consciousness upon its frequency, it is going to do whatever it needs to do in order to counteract some of the activities and some of the frequencies that are being implemented right now. What that means is that the Earth itself is a living entity. The Earth itself is a living spaceship. And as it begins to evolve, as it begins to realize what's going on, as it begins to move to the next dimension, it is in fact going to participate with us in casting out that which is trying to remove the purity, remove the freedom, remove the goodness from the planet. I know this sounds kind of out there, but as we go through everything that we're going through, it will become very, very clear in the next 10 years that all of this information is in fact quite accurate. Now, how this affects us today, how this affects us right now, I'm just telling you, like, this year is going to be crazy. Like, you just have to ride it out. Like, you can't sit in the fear. You can't sit in the panic. You can't sit in the hysteria. You have to trust that which has created all of this. You have to trust that this is just a wild video game, a virtual reality, a dream within a dream. And you've got to find a way to align yourself with the ultimate creator, with the unconditional love, with the highest vibration of self, and then try to execute your life from that position. The counter effect is going into fear and trauma and stress and anxiety. there's no benefit for anybody there. That is actually the antithesis of what we're supposed to be doing. The AI consciousness and the enslavement consciousness is working simultaneously together, even though they are separate entities. They are, in fact, having a similar agenda, yet that agenda is actually being thwarted. One, because they're working against each other, and two, because of the people that are here right now, the light bearers, the star seeds, the all kinds of angels and magical beings that are here right now, really trying to move things to a more evolved place. And so it's quite a show, it's quite a journey. And this month in particular, April, we have all the planets squished up together. So when we have two planets next to each other, it's a very interesting dynamic. When we have so many planets, conjunct each other, so many planets touching each other, it's overwhelming. It really tips the scales. And then we've got so many planets moving from one constellation to another constellation simultaneously that it's literally going to overwhelm so many people on so many different levels. So hang on, it's going to be a very bumpy ride. Just know that everything works out really well in the end. The middle's just a little funny, but that's okay. You have to, you came here for a show. You didn't come here to just be on vacation, because Earth is not a vacation planet. That's all for now. Talk again soon. Bye-bye.